Chicago Sky fans have something more to look forward with Angel Reese and Connecticut Sun guard DiJonai Carrington. Even though Reese had season-ending wrist surgery, she's making her presence known once again. She and Carrington will be on Reese's podcast, Unapologetically Angel. It's interesting when the podcast will take place, considering Carrington is in the WNBA playoffs. The Sun defeated the Indiana Fever and advanced to the WNBA semifinals. Both players on the same podcast could gain much traction for the WNBA. Both players are unapologetic, transparent, and have a sense of humor. Carrington and Reese are also players with a chip on their shoulders. The Sun guard fell to the 20th overall pick in the 2021 WNBA draft. She helped the Baylor Bears advance to the 2021 Elite Eight before being knocked out by the number 1 seed Connecticut. Carrington recently won the 2024 WNBA Most Improved Player of the Year award. On the flip side, Reese had a similar journey to Carrington. Although the Sky rookie won the 2023 NCAA Women's National Championship with LSU, she was still doubted. Reese fell to the number 7 overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. The Rookie of the Year between her and Caitlin Clark fueled storylines. It also showed the talent that it's in the league, and that Reese was drafted lower than she should have been. The Sky cornerstone could bring a plethora of topics. As mentioned earlier, they could talk about their respective journeys to the WNBA. Reese and Carrington could talk about being underestimated, and the ongoing tension with players and fans, among many other things. Recently, Carrington was sent death threats following her Game 2 win against the Indiana Fever. That could also be a talking point. Reese has had a variety of guests appear on her show. So far, she's had rappers Polo G and Latto appear on the show. Her versatility in guests is a nice sight compared to some other podcasts. That range can bring in all different types of audiences. Bringing in Carrington can put a bow on her podcast, as well as incorporating both WNBA and basketball fans. Regardless of the plethora of topics, it should be an interesting podcast to say the least. There hasn't been an official date for the episode with Reese and Carrington. When it debuts, the WNBA circle will be all over it. Chicago Sky star Angel Reese has been involved in her fair share of controversies through the years. During her time at LSU, her GPA was put into question after the mother of her former Tigers teammate Flaujae Johnson took a jab at Reese on social media. Johnson's mother, Kia Brooks, alleged that Reese got a 2.0 or less GPA. A recent video has resurfaced of Reese giving out a speech during her high school days at St. Francis Academy in Baltimore. In it, a young Reese is seen addressing the crowd during a forum, as she spoke about balancing her studies with the demands of being an athlete. Reese seemed pretty shocked that the years-old video had suddenly resurfaced, but she still saw it as an opportunity to clap back at her haters over the narrative about her below-average grades. No, y'all didn't like where did y'all find this, and that's why I let y'all run with that lil GPA thing cause I've been smart but whatever, she wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Reese never really addressed the issue about Johnson's mom directly, but she did recently reveal that her relationship with her former teammate is no longer the same as it used to be. Whether or not this falling out is related to Johnson's mother's social media accusation about Reese's grades remains unclear. Whatever the case might be, Reese has now presented video evidence of her intelligence. As she said, she's always been smart, and she's just going to let the naysayers think whatever they want about her. Caitlin Clark's rookie season ended on Wednesday night after the Indiana Fever failed to secure a Game 2 win over the Connecticut Sun in the WNBA playoffs. The Fever were ahead by 2 points with under 2 minutes left before Sun star DeWanna Bonner hit a go-ahead three-pointer. With the score sitting at 78-77, guard Marina Mabrey, who was traded to Connecticut by the Chicago Sky before the Olympic break, hit the game-sealing three with 46 seconds left. Psalm 5 verse 8 is a Bible verse that reads, "Lead me, Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies, make your way straight before me." In the verse, David is seeking God's help to guide him in righteousness, asking for a clear path to protect him from his enemies. He trusts that God will direct him away from harm and lead him through difficult situations.